Hi, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to a new era. My name's Emma. Scorpio, this is your reading for the month of July of 2024. We're going to start with an overall energy, overall message, just one card to sort of cover the basis of what's going on for you for the month of July, or think like 6 weeks into the future, give or take. And then we're going to go deeper into the message. We're going to use other decks to just really get the message out there. And at the very end, we're going to ask your fairies to come in to give you some extra advice, some extra message. So what do we have for Scorpio, please, for the month of July of 2024? You get 2 cards. Wow. Confrontation and resilience. Confrontation. Pick your battles wisely. And resilience. Rise above the tribulations. It was a while ago since I had this card, I have to say. So, confrontation, pick your battles wisely. Okay, so what I'm getting here, I feel like that there could be a change of perspective. If we look at this, the first thing that I'm drawn to is like, it almost looks like, so this woman, which is my Cinderella, is like, it struck midnight and she's running away and she lost her glass shoe. We know that story. But here's like, okay, we have this weird thingy, animal, chasing her. It's like she's running away from that animal. And here, we've changed direction, like you're with the animal. You go with the direction that things wants to move in. So I think it can be that it has shown up with other people around you, that there's a little bit of a conflict or a confrontation with other people around you. I think that's coming from, or it's stemming from, your own working a little bit against something that actually doesn't need working against. You can more move with the tide, with the flow, with the direction of things. So it's like asking you to change your perspective. Right now, what's going on in your life, if you look at like what's going on, and if there's a situation that you feel like you're a little bit caught up in or hung up on, or it is confrontational, or it is a little bit of a conflict, whether it's in your mind, like you want to move forward in a certain direction and it just doesn't seem to work, or if it's working, it's a constant battle, like it's a constant struggle. It's not easy going or easy flowing. Then look at that situation and see, is there a way for you to work with it? Sometimes that can just mean that you're letting go of the way that you think something should be done. To sort of not butt heads with someone about like, your way is the better way than the other person's way. Maybe actually it is the other person's way that is the better way. But it's like, if you're so hung up on your way to do things, it can even be like a conversation with the universe. If you're trying to make something happen in your life right now, or you're wanting to move forward with whatever that is for you. So general reads is going to be different for everyone. So whatever that is for you, is there, like, are you a little bit hung up on the way that things are going to come to fruition, or the way that things are going to come about? Maybe just be really honest with yourself and look at yourself and say, like, is there a better way? We have resilience also, so it's like rise above the tribulations here, rise above the situations that just doesn't, sometimes we also have to deal with a little bit of a petty people who wants to be right rather than feel good. And so Scorpio, this is a time to really like try to not engage where there needs to be no engagement. Like if someone is trying to like get you going, or like lure out a conversation or conflict out of you, like try to just sort of stick to your own and like, not interested. I'm just gonna stay in my lane. But there's something that if we do this instead, there's something that it will really benefit you. Instead of running away from something, try to work with it. Okay? Let's go deeper and see what this really is about. What is the message for the month of July? Wow, that was quick. That actually was it, it felt like. Yeah, that was really quick. Release and Ten of Spring. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry for laughing. Okay, Ten of Spring. This is when you're a little bit overwhelmed, Scorpio. Whatever's going on in your life right now, you might feel overwhelmed by the things that needs to be taken care of, things that you need to do. Maybe you feel like it's like all falls on you for things to be, done correctly, whatever. This is also like Ten of Spring is about asking for help. And I know that's not easy sometimes, but this is like when you can delegate, like take a workload off of your shoulders. Ask someone else to come in and help you. Whatever this is, if this is not like a workload, if this is emotionally, like you just feel drained or fatigued or like it's just too much, like to just ask a friend or ask someone to just hear you out for a moment. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have to work as a therapist for you. It just means that you need to like unload some stuff, or even just to put it on a piece of paper. Write down on a piece of paper what you're feeling so that you're moving the situation or the emotion like from the body to paper. Then we have release, which is very much, we are sitting in the field of peacock energy. And this is like, so you're like having this big peacock feathers yourself, and then we have a peacock down here with all the feathers there as well. There you go. There's you first with all those feathers, and then we have one down on the bottom. And the peacock for me is resurrection. It's like coming back from the dead. It's like rising up again. It's finding your footing. It's like finding your power, really stand in your pride, if you will. Not pride in the sense that you can't be bent, but it's like taking that, just feeling proud over yourself. And it's about releasing the past. There's a little bit of stuckness here. There's something going on, Scorpio, and for the month of July, instead of ending up in like confrontation and battles and butting heads with people or like one single person, or if this is like butting heads with yourself, like you're stuck, a little bit stuck in the way that you move forward, taking, like it's really overwhelming for you. But 10 is a completion, like you're moving away from it and you're inspired to release whatever situation that you're in, even if it's like something that is so much on your mind, like you just need to fix this, like this needs a solution. Even if something needs a solution, or even if you're like in the midst of something that you feel like this, I just can't turn my back on it because it needs solving. So unless it's like a super deadline, you probably have time to release it for a moment or two, or an hour, or even a day, like just for an hour or just for a day, to do the best that you can to just not get into the situation at all. Just leave whatever you're doing in the overwhelmment, just leave it be for a moment and see what comes. Like, see what comes. It's usually, those situations where we're looking for stuff, we're searching for our keys, we're looking for something that's lost, and the moment we're letting it go, it can even be like looking for a word, or like, what's that person's name again? You're really trying to find it, but it's not really that you're trying to find something. It's actually that you're looking for something that's lost. And how are you ever going to find something that's lost? So the moment we go like, never mind, I can't find it, or no, I'm not going to think of it now, or like whatever, and then we release it. We don't release wanting to figure out what the person's name was. We're releasing the resistance to the answer that we want. I'm going to say that again. We're releasing the resistance to the answer that we want. We're releasing the resistance to the solution. And when we release the moment, usually when we all have that. The moment that when we say like, no, I'm just going to let it go for now. And then there it is. There's the answer. So there's something about like you are already this peacock king, whether you're a woman or a man, peacock queen. You're already this proud, powerful Scorpio, you know? And when you release the past, when you release the stuckness that you're in, when you release, just focus on the release, even if it's like for 5 minutes. The peacock energy, it's already there. You don't have to go look for it. It's there organically if you just let go for a moment or two. And 13 is transformation. It's a change. It's an ongoing change. There actually isn't a child in this image, but I see a child. I see that. So maybe some of you are like a parent and it's a little bit overwhelming right now what you're doing in your life. Like you really want to protect your children or really want to like look out for your children. It's just a little bit much right now. And for a summer, so this is like, okay, you're trying to run away from something. You're butting heads a little bit. You're overwhelmed. Again, it can be butting heads with yourself, like not finding a solution, not feeling like really relaxed and calm and wow, life is wonderful. It is an overwhelming energy here. And you know, for summer is all about like, this is why I started to laugh a little bit before, because it's like you so want an answer, you so want a solution, you so want to find like a relief or release, and you're maybe even asking for help. Not help in the sense of 10 of spring. This is literally going to someone asking for help. But this can be maybe like praying to your guides or praying to the angels, praying to God, like, please, can I have a solution? And you know, the guidance is right there. We have a I don't know what that's called in English. It's cherub? It's a cherub. Those little baby angels, it's actually sitting like this. And like, please, Scorpio, look down. We're right there. If we can. There you go. Do you see that angel on the bottom there? Like it's really praying to you, like, hello, look down. I'm right here. I can give you help. I can give you relief. I can give you support. And Scorpio's like, oh my God, I'm so drained. So if you can just give yourself a break for a couple of minutes to see the humor. If you're, depending on the situation, you might like want to give me a little bit of a slap in the face. If you're like so heavy duty under the weather right now, and I'm here to say, just bring a little humor to the situation. Obviously, maybe you're that like really, really heavy and really, really down, and humor doesn't seem to do it. Then just look for something that's less heavy. We don't have to look for super, super laughter and super positivity and humor, but we can look for that something that's less heavy. Whatever is the next thing that you would like to do right now. And then don't become like a martyr. Well, what I would like to do is just lay down and never get up again, but I don't have time for that, do I? You don't say like that. But like if it's like a situation where you're like, if you're really honest with yourself and like, no, probably I don't. You don't really want help. You don't really want to ask for help, but you're overwhelmed to the point that when you're asking, you really, really are asking like the guides or the angels or like just as a feeling, I sure could use some more help here, or I'm sure overwhelmed, or I'm sure I need a solution to this situation. And then actually the solution shows up. It comes in, but you're a little bit too busy in being overwhelmed. You're a little bit too busy in feeling that life is not fair and it's too much to deal with right now, that you're missing the guidance. So they're asking you to just take a pause, take a break, sit down for 5 minutes and just breathe. And you'll hear the answer. It'll come in, and it might not come in as like a lottery win. It might, but like it might not come in as the solution might not be like that grandiose. The solution right now might be make a cup of tea. I don't like tea. Well, make a cup of coffee. Make lay down, just lay down on the couch, on the floor, lay down and just breathe and just take it all in. So maybe that's the next step that you need to take in order to get to the lottery win, like whatever your goal is. Like Scorpio, I want to send a hug. I want to send, it's like like it's right there. You're so powerful. You're so in your element if you sort of just look up a little bit. What else here for Scorpio, please? Maybe some upliftment here. Okay. Wow. So it's, I mean, okay. So we have confrontation, pick your battles wisely. And then we have choose your battles wisely. So whether this is with other people, and with other people is just an extension of what's already going on inside of you. So if you're having a battle inside of you, and if you're sticking around in that battle inside of you, soon enough, that's going to start to manifest in the outside world, right? So any outside battle is only a reflection, only a projection of what's, it's not like, and now this, and now that person comes to do this, or now this extra bill, or now that thing broke, or of course I spilled my coffee, or like whatever projection, that is just an extension of the battle that's already going on inside of you, the overwhelmment that is already going on. So it's not an extra thing that's now on top of this, you know? And so, so it is about a battle, an overwhelmment, conflicting ideas, not finding like trust in the process, trust in life, trust in your guides. It's like you have to figure it out on your own. And choose your battles is coming out as like confrontation and pick your battles wisely, is basically just saying the more you can remove yourself from negative situations, from negative people, even your own negative thoughts right now, would be really, really beneficial. Then we have just breathe that I just talked about. Like if you can just take 5 minutes, it doesn't have to be a practice of 20 minutes every day or 45 minutes every day. If you feel like you just don't have that time, you're already short on time. Time is an illusion, so we can actually start to stretch that. As you find more and more ease and flow in your body, as you feel more like you relax into the space around you, you actually extend time. But when you're clammed up and when you feel like, oh my God, there's so much to do, what tends to happen is that time, then you're feeling that there's a shortage. So the more that you can just go into the breathing state and just sort of relax, I'm feeling like, just relax your shoulders and just come down and just really be in the moment and sit with yourself. This is obviously when you're connecting with your inner being, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, God, your soul. And just have a moment to sort of reboot and recalibrate. Like, let's start over here a little bit. Where are we coming from? What is it that I'm trying to do? There's a solution that's going to so quickly start to show up for you if you just take that moment to breathe. And it's a force, it's coming from the heart. It's you trying to like ground yourself and lay a new foundation for yourself. Start over. And then we have dedicated effort. So this is about becoming a little bit disciplined. So usually when this card shows up is that you're trying to do something and maybe you lose your grip. So you're like 2 hours in and then something catches, oh, something shiny. And then like you're like a child, something more interesting comes up and then you're off doing that. I mean, that's really purely living in the moment. And if you truly could live like that, like the children does, if you truly could just one thing at a time that shows up in front of you, if you just be with that thing and release everything that you feel like you have to do, That is like the purest way of living. But mostly we feel when something shows up that really sparks our interest, there's like this feeling of, oh my God, now I've wasted even more time to do this instead of what I was supposed to do. So only if you can feel that whatever shows up in the moment is the right thing for you, do that. Or try to get disciplined. Write it down in a calendar, like from 9 to 10, what are you supposed to do? From 10 to 11, what are you supposed to do? Just to help you get that discipline. Having that sort of dedicated effort to go for what it is that you want and just keep track of what you want so that everything is sort of going in that direction. So even though like a meeting up with friends, the type of work that you take on, the type of sleep that you're offering yourself or not offering yourself, naps, the food that you eat, if everything is a constant in the direction of what you want, if you just really were on a little bit of a disciplined train here, I just feel this feeling of just such a short amount of time, you could really turn things around in such a short time. It's unbelievable. But you need to stick to your guns right now. You need to stick to your plan or stick to your routine or stick to, if there's a job that you want to do, just keep returning to it. To come back to it over and over again. At least one time each day, come back to whatever it is that you're like aiming to go towards. Which other deck? This deck. Okay. So a little bit more here for Scorpio, please. Yeah. This is just one of those times when it is a little bit heavy. And the thing is to not get stuck in the heaviness, and the thing is to not think that you're going to stick around here forever. Because this is, yeah, suffering in silence and conflict and defeat. And solar plexus. So it might even be that your worth has taken a hit. Like, you're just questioning your worthiness right now. Like, why can't you get more help? Why does it have to be so hard? Why is it such a struggle? This is not supposed to be this type of a struggle. Gets me emotional almost. This is not how it's supposed to look, Scorpio. Start to share it with someone, or at least start to share it with a piece of paper so that you get out of the rut, so that you get out of the whatever's holding you in, this heaviness and this battle and this conflict and this overwhelmment, like however it shows up in your body or however it shows up in your life, to get out of that rut or get out of that cycle, to just like snap out of it for 5 minutes just because you can. Choose something. Like I said, if this is what you're walking around feeling right now, Scorpio, if you're not, this is probably not your reading, because this reading is about really feeling overwhelmed, and the more that you try to like engage with other people, like right now, it just doesn't work. But there's the beauty, and I don't know if you're ready to hear that there's the beauty. I mean, you're here listening right now, and if you listen to this like this far into the reading, you probably really want a solution. You just don't want to defend that place that you're in. So try to see where you can go with things. What is the one thing that you can start to do right now? And I'm not talking about work specifically, or I mean, where do you feel a little less dense? Where do you feel a little less heavy? Where is it a little bit more light? And I'm not kidding when I say, if you want to right now, just take a cup of coffee. Like right now, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to put that up on the shelf and just be with my cup of coffee. Just make that cup of coffee and just sit with it. I don't have a plan. I don't have an agenda. I don't have anything. I'm just going to sit here with a cup of coffee. That's your next move. And then decide from when you have had your cup of coffee, what should you do next to have you be a little bit less dense or heavy. And that's just how you move forward. Just slowly but surely, that's how you move forward to get yourself out of the rut. And when you do, and whatever this is, the hit, we can just pull a couple of cards. What is this about? The worthiness, the solar plexus? What is the solar plexus thing about? Okay, so the solar plexus is actually wanting to, so whatever hit that your worthiness has taken, whatever like mistrust that you feel right now, whatever lack that you feel, or like mistrust in that things can really get solved here, or like to not feel so overwhelmed. Solar plexus is all about like get your ducks in a row. It's not what I wanted to say, but get your like, how can you find that sparkliness inside of you? How can you reach feeling worthy, feeling important, feeling that you have the right to whatever you're asking for? Because this is the Queen of Gabriel, and she knows exactly who she is. It's a little bit like this. It's the Peacock Queen. Like they know what they want. They're going after what they want. They don't make excuses. They don't ask nicely if it was a no. They're like, okay then. They're more like, so here's the deal, universe and people around me. Here's what I want. Here's what's gonna happen. It's not even an asking, it's more like a statement. And the Queen of Gabriel is very like, she knows what she wants and she goes after it. And she has the feeling of she can do anything. Like nothing is hard enough, or not, like there's no ceiling here. And I feel like both of these like women, both of these queens, whether you're a woman or a man, are really representative of who you truly are, Scorpio. This is really what's going on inside of you. There's just something right now that you have gotten a little bit caught up in, or a little bit hung up on, that has really got your attention for whatever reason this time. You have more than usual gone down the rabbit hole and sort of have become a little bit stuck here. So you just need to come out of it again. Snap out of it. And if that really infuriates you that I say snap out of it, because like, what do you think that I'm trying? I'm trying. Don't try. Just do. Snap out of it. Just go out, take a walk. I don't want to take a walk. Do it anyway. How much do you want to stick around in this feeling? How much do you want to stick around in this situation? Sometimes we just, don't wait for inspiration, because the inspiration right now might tell you to go for a cup of coffee. And if you don't want that, go do something that you know that you usually like, and you will slowly but surely shift that. You will shift the energy within. Sorry for being like this. Okay. To end this message, we have, the thing is, you asked even more so now. When we're finding ourselves in the opposition of something that we want, there's no other place, or no better place or time to get really clear on what you want. And you might not even understand how clear you get there, because you're a little bit hung up on this is not working. I don't see any evidence. I don't see results. But the thing is that when you're there, you're so strongly asking for a solution. So if you can get out in nature, if you can take a cup of coffee, if you can, whatever you need to do, take a shower, take a bath, be in water somehow. Water solves most things. And you'll see how quickly the answer will start to rush in. You're not as stuck as you think. You are the freaking Queen of Gabriel. This is what it says. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. See? People wants to help. What do we have from Scorpio's fairies, please? What do you have for them? Apparently nothing. We have beauty. It says skönhet in Swedish, which is beauty, which is, yeah, okay. I feel one more. Two more. Tumör. Dreams become reality. Yeah, there was a parenthood and children. That's what I felt here. It's so interesting. There's no child here in this release card, but I saw a child there anyway. And this föräldraskap och barn, parenthood and children. Do you see that there's a little mini angel there, fairy child, and then there's the big body, right? So you really are trying to, some of you guys, a lot of you guys, Scorpio, are parents that are really trying, maybe you're even a single parent. You're trying your very best to just really be there for your child. Maybe there's like a little bit of guilt here as well, because when you're this tired, when you're this overwhelmed, it might sort of spill over into your children, and obviously they're just going to pick it up. They pick everything up. It's really annoying. And then you feel guilty that you can't really be present with them, and maybe you're even a little bit snappy, and it's like a short fuse, and whatever's going on there, like, just talk to your children and know that you're okay. You're doing the best that you can. You're not messing them up. You're a conscious creating person, and you're doing just fine. Dreams become reality. Drömmar blir verklighet in Swedish. Dreams become reality. So first I want to say something that's going to sound a little bit off or sound a little bit negative. But like, yeah, dreams become reality. But the thing is, everything becomes reality that you're thinking. But also your dreams. I mean, your dream probably isn't to be overwhelmed. Your dream is to find a solution to something, or to find whatever it is that you want to find right now. And dreams do become reality. The thing you need to do is get out of the way. Find a way to get out of the way. And beauty. When you start to look at yourself as this extension of the universe, as this beautiful personified extension of God or extension of Source, and understand the beauty that's going on here, just the fact that we're alive is quite extraordinary. I know we don't want to think about those things when things are really overwhelming. Like, I'm an extension of Source. How beautiful. I don't care. I need money by Friday. But the more that you can get into this type of energy, you'll have your money on Friday. Today, in fact, because it's Friday today when I'm recording this. Okay? That is what I have for you, beautiful Scorpio. I'm sending like the biggest cyber hug here today. I feel the heaviness. I feel the overwhelmment. I don't typically get this for you, Scorpio. So something must be up. Like, something in particular must be up. And this too shall pass. Like, you'll get past this. This is just a little dip. And maybe it's even for you to get things clear. What is it that you want moving forward? I'm on your side. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps me a lot. And please give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.